baseball card fever. I really got a baseball card fever. It started with my very first pack. Now a dozen.
Hey, what's up, sports cards fans? This is Diego here, and I'm here for the third installment of the Philly show recap of cards that I got. This recap here, we'll go through some stuff. I bought some 1975 cards for my friend Jamie. Put them in a packet, just letting you guys know that I bought that. But that's for somebody else, so I want him to be able to look at them. I went to one table, started looking through cards. I noticed they had some 1968 game cards in there, and I went through searching, and I found a few other cards while I was in there. I found this Ken Griffey Jr. card, bent up top, but I thought it was a pretty neat card. 50 cents. Actually, it probably wasn't even 50 cents because most of the stuff was discounted during the total. And then another one that I got was this Richie Ashburn. It was a post-cereal box of Richie Ashburn, poorly cut, but I thought that was pretty cool to have in the collection. Richie Ashburn, a Philly, and he does, even though he's in a Cub, he's mostly known for being a Philly. And then I found a Ryne Sandberg card that might make the counter go up, and if it does, it'll be right over there. The Ryne Sandberg counter should go up for this one. Is the Ralston Purina card for that little mini set. And that should add to my card count for Ryne Sandberg. And that's going to be pretty cool. So check out what the count is right now, and we'll go from there. All right, guys. So those cards were all well and good. But I have a set that I wanted to build. Sorry if I get the year wrong, but I'm pretty sure I said 1968. 1968 game cards. These all started with me purchasing this Roberto Clemente card. Roberto Clemente is like my father's favorite player, and I collect them mostly because of that aspect. I know a few stories about Roberto Clemente, so this card right here, I was like, man, that is pretty cool. I want to collect these cards. There's only a 33 card set. So I set out and I started trying to collect these cards. And I gave myself a task. I said, well, I don't just want to just go buy these on the internet or stuff like that. I want to actually like try and find them in flea market, like physical sales. So I did, and I ended up getting the brunt of the collection here through the same vendor who sold me those at the flea market, and an older gentleman. He had some of these cards, and then also going to card shows and other stuff I picked up slowly. Some of these cards here and there. Frank Howard, I don't think I had early. I did have Dick Allen pretty early, but I think some of these cards I didn't have, and I ended up finding them. I had Pete Rose pretty early in the set build, so I thought that was pretty cool. So I have most of them, but I was only missing 3 cards along with this Roberto Clemente. And at the table where I got these postcards, I saw that they had a book of 1968 game cards, and I had 3 to fill in, and the vendor actually had all 3. I got a Gary Peters, which is pretty cool. I got the Dean Chance, number 16. And the hardest one to get was, because it was more expensive, was the Harmon Killebrew. I took the cheaper of all of them, the lot off center and stuff like that. But still, it finishes my set. I got all 33 cards, including the Roberto Clemente and Dean Chance, Gary Peters, and Harmon Killebrew. So I got to close out a set. So I said, you know what? All right, I'm done with that. I was pretty proud of myself that I got these cards, and I got them all at a card show just how I wanted. And I happened to go walking by, and I saw another vendor who was selling this card. It's the Deckle Edge from 1969, I believe. Sorry if I'm wrong, but I believe it's the 1969 Decollage Roberto Clemente. It actually says Bob Clemente on the back of the card. I was like, dude, I need this card. So I asked the vendor. I bought it at the show, and I saw again it was a 33 card set. So my mind said, I'm gonna go ahead and start a whole new project based off another Roberto Clemente card, another little 33 card set. And sure enough, I found a vendor who was selling them, and not all of them are in the greatest condition, but they're in a price that makes me feel good about starting this collection. And I basically only have a few cards to get. I believe most of variations. So on top of the Roberto Clemente from one vendor, I went to another vendor who happened to be selling this Brooks Robinson. I was about to say Jackie. Then they had Boog Powell, Ken Harrelson, Carl Yastrzemski, which would have been hard to get, James Fregosi, Louis Aparicio, Louis Tiant, Danny McLean, Willie Horton, Bill Freehand, that's it. Hoyt Wilhelm, and I believe I'm missing the variation of this card. There's a Jim Wynn that I don't have. This is like 22A, and then there's a 22B. I got two Ry Carews. I wasn't sure which one I liked the best out of the two that was there, so I just bought both. Mel Stottlemyre, Rick Monday, Tommy Davis, Frank Howard, Felipe Alou, Don Kissinger, Ron Santo. Oh, I forgot. Can't see his name. Tommy Helms, I believe. Pete Rose, Rusty Staub, Tom Haller, Maurice Wills, Jerry Kuzman, Dickie Allen, Kurt Flood, Bob Gibson, Al Ferreira, Willie McCovey, and Juan Marichal. Now, I believe what I'm missing is the Willy Mays, and there is a variation of one of these cards. I believe it's card like 25 or 26. Man, I can't remember which one is the variation for. I don't know if it's the Kuzma or the Haller. But one of these cards have a variation for it. And I can't remember the baseball player's name off the top of my head. I had it this morning because I was doing trading card database and checking on the set. And I noticed that it's actually a 35 card set with two variations. And I was like, I definitely want to pick those up and a Willie Mays at some point to finish out this set. But again, it's going to be something that I only buy in a physical transaction. So this is very cool to me. These cards are awesome looking. I finally got to put my set together for 1968, so I might even put these in a binder now that I have them in these little penny sleeves. Or not penny sleeves, but I have them in these little game card sleeves that should fit into a nice binder to look at. Of course, Roberto Clemente's are probably going to go up on the shelf outside of these. And yeah, so that is basically the biggest purchase that I got at the card show was this card here and these cards here. Everything else was like pennies on a dollar type of stuff. So, or like dollar stuff. Like the Clemente was, and all this set, you know, they were pretty cheap, like, but I got them at a good price, or at least that's what I felt. Like I felt honest in spending the money for it. So that is the recap from the Philly show. I had a great time. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this 3-part series. Sorry I had to make it a 3-part series, but I had to make it. I didn't want to make a 45-minute video on showing you all this stuff. So I hope you enjoyed all the videos. Until next time, guys.
Well, thanks a lot for looking and listening, folks. I enjoyed being with you. So long, everybody.